Hello. So this is Big Fire 200 here. And remember to like, subscribe, comment if you like the video. So let's get right into this. So Stellar Blade released I think like a week ago maybe. And as you can see, the player numbers are very high. It has done the highest for like any PlayStation single player exclusive ported to PC. Because from what I hear, the PC version is fantastic. Like there's great mods, and the game actually works great on PC. From what I've heard, I've not actually played it. I still have the PlayStation version, and I have a playthrough on my channel. But yeah, I'm glad to see like it's doing great. It also even sold 3 million copies as of I think like 2 days ago or something like that, and that's fantastic. It's great to see like the game's well, and I think they're like setting up for a sequel at some point, probably years from now, but still. But yeah, in the light of all Stellar Blade's success, which is well earned, PC Gamer made an article. So let's check it out. Lunar Game of the Year Stellar Blades mods are 41% smart, ensuring gamers will never see the light of heaven. It is apparently always possible for there to be less clothing. So about the whole Stellar Blade situation, it's interesting to see how a lot of people I think were saying that people don't care about Stellar Blade anymore, yet it releases a year later on PC and it's still wildly super popular and is literally the most popular like PlayStation exclusive that's ported to Steam. I mean to PC, and yeah, that's insane. Even after like a year. So I'm beating out like huge titles like Spider-Man and like Horizon and all of that. That's extremely well done. So yeah, let's keep reading. Stellar Blade finally had PC 2 days ago, giving everyone a chance to do whatever it is the game is actually about. Unfortunately, no one knows what that is because the entirety of discourse surrounding it is about the main character's butt. So I think this is like one of the dumbest criticisms because if you want to know what Stellar Blade's about, first I mean, the game released a year ago. If you wanted to know what it's about, you could just check YouTube. A demo released on PlayStation before it even came out on PlayStation. You could play like the whole demo for free. I even played the demo. I think I might have that on my channel too. And there was also a demo released on PC, which you could also play the game. And in the first trailers for the game, they showed gameplay. Like it wasn't just like fully cutscenes and stuff. So honestly, anyone who wanted to know what Stellar Blade was about knew what it was about 100%. So it's like one of like the dumbest excuses to try to attack Stellar Blade. But yeah, let's continue. Well, now that butt is on PC, and you know what that means, mods. And if I were to make a book right now on how many of those mods somehow made Stellar Blade even more NSFW than it is out of the box, I suspect I wouldn't make very much money. Not least because you probably all read the headline. By intense scientific calculus, counting fully 96 of the 234 mods, 41% that currently exist for Stellar Blade are marked as adult. And frankly, some of the ones that aren't marked as adult are probably NSFW. How do you feel about Eve? Beat hands? Good? Would you discuss that with your grandparents over Christmas dinner? So honestly, I do like how like the mod community has embraced Stellar Blade because it's your game. You can do whatever you want with it. I mean, you should be able to do whatever you want with it. Put any like mods you want, and it's fine. Like the freedom of modding is like one of the great benefits of buying a game on PC, being able to mod something, which adds like new content, new costumes and stuff, and all for free. That's like amazing. I would say that's one of the huge benefits of like getting PC. So yeah, there's like nothing wrong with it. Modding your own version of the game, 100% like great. So let's see. The majority are, well, what you would expect. Various ways to make even other women in the game bare themselves of nude, with the most popular level being fully. Someone did put her in an apron though, which I suppose leaves something to the imagination. There are also a lot of main menu replacers that just put hardcore smut of one variety or another there on the home screen if that's your bag. Yeah, everyone who wants to mod the game how they like should be able to do that. Now, look, I have no issue with what adults do in the privacy of their own home. If you want to turn your copy of any game into the overstimulating carnival of omnipresent erotic delights, please do so with my blessing. But I am a tad mystified. I do wonder what kind of lifestyle it is that leads a person to turn a video game main menu into hardcore pornography. At some point, are you so inured to sexuality that you have to cram it into every possible crevice to feel anything? Would you not find more fulfillment if the erotic were less ubiquitous, more rare, more precious? At least we'll always have Thomas the Tank Engine mods. So this whole diatribe he put here, I find like very. I mean, I'll get to it, like other things this author has written, but it's very hypocritical based on like the other articles he'd written, which I'll get to. But yeah, if you're it shows that there's like still pushback for Stellar Blade, like even now. But I'm sure like with enough time, people will say like it'll have the same like welcoming as like 2B and like Bayonetta, where like everyone will pretend they suddenly liked it, even though it's getting like this much pushback. And it's getting this much pushback because a lot of the girls that are designed like Eve have been censored in modern day or are being like phased out by PlayStation company policies or like company policies in general. So yeah, it's just like heavy censorship of like every console essentially. People like Eve are being phased out because of that. And so let's get to the other articles. So oh yeah, actually, so the author of this is Joshua Wolens, as you can see, Joshua Wolens. And he also has a few other articles. Let's see, Baldur's Gate 3 Bare Sex Scene was such an upward turn in momentum for the game that its animator called his mom to show it off. She was like, that's weird. So also notice how the title for this is like it's not as mired with like contempt as the Stellar Blade title, because the Stellar Blade title is like Gunnar Game of the Year, which Gunnar is like a bad connotation, and 41% Smunchering gamers will never see the light of heaven. So we have like a bad connotation for the Baldur's Gate thing. It's like at worst it's just like called weird, and this is a quote. This is a quote. This is not like the author saying it's weird. It's just like it's a quote. That people are fine with like the whole like bare sex thing and like how Baldur's Gate 3 was advertised with bare sex in mind. I mean with like the whole like bare sex thing. Like you would because you can make the same argument that people didn't know what Baldur's Gate 3 was about, except like bare sex and stuff. But Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't get any of the attacks Stellar Blade has because it is safe on E3, essentially. So and yeah, this went viral. I remember that. Baldur's Gate 3 is resoundingly, terrifyingly, bone-quakingly popular. Well, why it's deep and rewarding RPG mechanics. There's fantastic, fascinating characters and historically high score on PC Gamer's Baldur's Gate 3 review, but mostly it's the bear sex. Even before it released, BG3's Red Hot Bear scene, the bear is actually a transmogrified Halsin had already gone viral, which makes sense. After all, it's quite a unique scene as video game romances go, and Lane went so proud that they made sure to show it off to everyone, including their moms. And yeah, this is like one article that like Baldur's Gate 3 is treated differently. And there's like another article from Joshua Wolens So this Find Love and Abandon God with this 20,000 fully customizable Baldur's Gate 3 Astarion sex doll. So this another title that isn't any way like the Stellar Blade title, which is sort of like denigrating it to some degree by like classifying it as a Gunnar game, while this is just like it's just like fully okay with this. Find Love and Abandon God with this $20,000 fully customizable Baldur's Gate 3 Astarion sex doll. So this author, he's mystified by mods that would like have make Stellar Blade more sexualized, while this spending $20,000 for a Baldur's Gate 3 Astarion sex doll is like fully okay. So there's like nothing mystifying about this. Friends, this may be the last you hear from me. As I speak, I suspect PC Gamer's IT department is drafting an email to PC Gamer's HR department. The subject, a list of websites visited by Joshua Wolins on his work browser between 15 and 16 on October 10, 2024. And fair enough, frankly, because I have absolutely visited an above standard number of custom sex doll websites in the last hour. The reason a retweet from Layer CEO Sven Vinsk calling attention was like for me 100% a custom sex doll of Baldur's Gate 3 Astarion. So this like the whole article has like a more like it's not mired in contempt as like the Stellar Blade article. So yeah, more like journalist hypocrisy. And you know, that's all I wanted to show. But yeah, if you like these videos, remember to like, subscribe, comments, and I'll see you later.